Yo, check this rich player, cash flow thick, storage unit king, stacking brick on brick. Then these broke ass neighbors flip the script. Skinny old broad and her ex, a straight trip. She's rocking braids, playing pitiful and sad. Judges all soft like poor granny, my bad. He's flashing gas, threatening the rich man's dome. No sympathy for wealth, the cops leave him alone. She's a shady hag, junk shed queen, faking frail vibes, but her hustle's mean. Rate 50 fixed case, still crying broke. Judges don't care, justice is a joke. No tears for the baller, system's cold as ice. His reps getting torched, paying twice the price. They stalk, they lie, medias they flex. Rich man screwed, nobody's vexed. We see it. Yo, justice ain't real. Rich man's world, no pity, no deal. Poor acts the key, they play it so slick. Judge Slug, he's rich, who gives a lick? Scales tip hard, favoring the grime. Wealth's a curse in this courtroom crime. She's a con, he's a threat, they run the show. Rich man's pleased, they just let him go. Just let him go. So we watch this mess. Truth's out of sight, rich cats fighting, money drains away. No love for the loaded, that's the game they play. Justice stays blind cause the poor card wins the day. Down. With the fuck plant. She's a shady hag, junk shed queen, faking frail vibes but her hustle's mean. Raped in fifth case, still crying broke. Judges don't care, justice is a joke. No tears for the baller, system's cold as ice. His reps getting torched, paying twice the price. They stalk, they lie, media's that flex. Rich man screwed, nobody's vexed. We see it, yo, justice ain't real. Rich man's world, no pity, no deal. Poor acts the key, they play it so slick. Judge shrug, he's rich, who gives a lick? Scales tip hard, favoring the grime. Wealth's a curse in this courtroom crime. She's a con, he's a threat, they run the show. Rich man's pleased, they just let him go. Just let him go. So we watch this mess. Truth's out of sight, rich cats fighting, money drains away. No love for the loaded, that's the game they play. Justice stays blind cause the poor card wins the day. Yeah. Steve, let him go. We still, justice ain't real. Rich man's world, no pity, no deal. Poor acts the key, they play it so slick. Judge Slug, he's rich, who gives a lick? Scales tip hard, favoring the grime. Wealth's a curse in his courtroom crime. She's a con, he's a threat, they run the show. Rich man's pleased, they just let him go. So we watch this mess. Truth's out of sight. Rich cats fighting, money drains away. No love for the loaded, that's the game they play. Justice stays blind cause the poor card wins the day. He's rich, who gives a lick?
Well, welcome back to the show, everybody. Are you ready for this mess? What part of this mess are we watching today, Tug? We've got a lot to go over.
There's so much mess out there, indeed.
It is a mess. It is a mess. But before we get to that, I know everybody's concerned. They saw my tweet and I was in the ER all day yesterday with my daughter. We've been under an immense amount of stress that I really have not talked about because when your child is involved in something this horrific, it's very difficult. But I decided that I'm just gonna let you know what's been going on, and I don't really want any questions about it because I don't want to talk about it in great detail. But my daughter was the victim of a crime in December at school, and since then it has been just an immense amount of stress. Dealing with the New York criminal justice system is not fun. It is a nightmare. It is an exercise in hell. It's what I imagine hell is like, where justice is something that is only given to the offender. And if the offender happens to be a minor, it's even worse because you can't get any information. You're not entitled to it, even as a victim. New York has horrific laws about probation. Minor offenders get probation immediately. It is very rare for a minor to be actually tried for a crime. However, in this case, I made sure that he was. So we are going through a trial. And it's very stressful. So my daughter, who is involved, who was the victim here, along with, I think, 6 or 7 other girls who are also pressing charges, she already, is prone to anxiety. And that's something that we've been dealing with. But of course, this has just made it so much worse. So much worse. And she's had a slightly elevated heart rate for a while. And her doctor was like, I think we're going to refer you to cardiology. Just, get it ruled out that there's anything major going on. And I think that really freaked her out. So she was at school yesterday and she had a chest pain. She had chest pains and it was real bad. And the chest pain triggered a massive panic attack because she was like, I'm having a heart attack. That's what this is, right? Because of course, if you have chest pain, you think maybe I'm having, especially if your doctor just said you're going to cardiology. So it triggered a massive panic attack. And as we were driving to the hospital, she started to seize up. And I thought she was having either a stroke or a seizure because her hands were freezing in place. And she was really starting to panic and saying, my God, I can't move my hands anymore. And I can't feel my arms and legs. And it was horrific. It was so bad. I was driving like 100 miles an hour. It was a very stressful day. It turns out, and I wanted to tell everyone this because if I had known this, it would have saved me some serious trauma. But if you are hyperventilating, you will seize up your muscles. So she was getting too much oxygen and not enough carbon dioxide. And her face froze, her mouth froze, her fingers froze up, her arms went stiff. So she was, and this happened with it's hyperventilation, but I thought she was having a stroke because I've never seen that happen. And thank God when we got to the hospital, the very first nurse we encountered was like, oh, no, she's not having a stroke. This is hyperventilating. She's perfectly fine. We're just going to slow down her breathing. We'll get her bag and she'll be okay. And it's going to come back. But she was so scared, terrified out of her mind, thought she was going to die. And it turned out she did have an unrelated, she had nothing, there's nothing wrong with her. She had an unrelated muscular problem in her back that affected like the rib in the front. And so she had like just some muscle pain basically, but that is what triggered the panic attack because she was worried about cardiology and all of that. But also with all this other stress going through this justice system. And, my family's having an intimate moment right now with the state of New York and their justice system. And it is horrible. I can't describe it any other way than I think the only reason why we're getting justice is because I called the county attorney and I said, now listen, you can do this the way I want you to do it and prosecute this kid to the fullest extent of the law, or I'm going to embarrass all of you on a national platform. And I did. I said that by name because this is outrageous. It's a repeat offender. There's no excuse not to actually go after this kid, and I will do it. And I think that might have gotten the ball rolling because everyone told me you'll never get it. You'll never get him sent to prosecution. But they did it. And so, but we do have to go through all of that, and it's not helping that, it's not helping her state of mind. Anyway, and the reason why I felt that was necessary to actually bring up at this point is because we have made a decision that we are going to give her a break next year. She will be going to live with my my aunt and uncle in Hawaii, and she's going to have a beautiful year at their school there, like an exchange program, but she's living with family so that she can have a break from this. Because she just even going to school is just a trigger. So I'm going to send her where my family is in the beautiful paradise of Hawaii, and she will have like an exchange program. And it is going to be hard for us. We're going to miss her very much, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to do that and like keep it a secret or something, because I'm going to be talking about how I miss Fairy, and Fairy is not here, and no one would understand if I didn't just say it. So that's the plan for now. And that's where everything is. And she's fine. She's feeling much better today. I actually took her to the chiropractor and they fixed the problem with her rib, and she's feeling much better. So that's what we are dealing with right now. And I would appreciate, like I said earlier, I don't want to answer any questions about it. I'm not going to get into any details, really. I just felt like I should share it with you guys, because when I tell you that victims get a really raw deal, I'm telling you from personal experience, this kind of thing, and maybe I will write about it eventually after, going through all of this. It's, I can't believe what people are going through. I have a friend here in New York who was the victim of a violent crime. This man tried to kill her. He held her hostage for 8 hours and he tried to murder her. And she managed to get out of it. It was an ex-boyfriend. She managed to get out of it by pretending to love him again and say, okay, she would go back with him and, everything was going to be fine. And he eventually stopped what he was doing and she was able to escape. And they let this man out on bail. And he has been stalking her. This is New York. This is what's happening right now to people I know in New York. He has been seen outside her house violating the restraining order, and they refuse to put him in jail. And she has to wait. The trial that just got rescheduled yet another several months out. She has her father-in-law sleeping over. She has her sister sleeping over. Everyone's carrying a gun around her. It is horrific here in New York. What we're dealing with, what victims are dealing with, there are judges who just will not lock these people up. There was another horrific story just happened in Western New York where a horrific murder just happened. They tortured a woman for days and days, forced children to take part in it, murdered her, threw her in a field, and every single one of them who were involved in this had a record as long as their arms with violent crimes. They should never have been out on the street to begin with. So I'm very upset right now about the state of New York's justice and justice in general everywhere, because I think that this is happening on a much bigger scale to a lot of people everywhere. And it cannot continue. It's not going to continue. And so when I see injustice, I can't shut up about it, because victims who don't receive justice, it's an inexcusable problem in this country. And it's happening on every level, from civil court, where we're watching this mess with Jeremy Hales and not being able to get any justice against these neighbors who are stalking him, threatening to kill him, all of that stuff, to my friend who can't get this guy who tried to kill her locked up. So, excuse my passion, my anger for this stuff, but I'm dealing with it in a very personal way. When something like this happens, to a child, to your child, I can't even tell you the thoughts that go through my head. I can't, when I'm being told, well, you probably won't get justice here. I don't even want to tell you the thoughts that go through my head. Like, you better. There better be justice. And I just feel sorry for people who don't have advocates who will stand up and say, oh no, not today, Satan. Not my kid. I had to, by the way, I was the first person to press charges in this situation. It had happened to multiple girls. Crimes. We're talking crimes at that school. And no one called the police before me. When I got the call from the school, my exact words were, the police better be there before I get there. And I think I dropped a few MFers. And they were like, what do you mean, the police? I'm like, I'm calling 911. So see you in a minute. And I was the only one who did that. And luckily, because I did, other parents stepped forward and they also pressed charges. And so there will be hopefully, there will be a trial. I know that's coming, and there will be justice. Somebody asked a good question. Oh, I would be saying I would be suing the school. That is impossible, because they will get immunity. And there's just no way around it. So if I wanted to drop 40 grand for a New York judge to tell me that they're immune and he's dropping it without even seeing the merits of the case, then I guess I could do that. but I'm going to use that 40 grand to help my child through whatever she needs help with after this is over. So I'm better off to use that money helping my kids. So I know that's a lot to drop on you, but I just felt like it's been weighing on me since December, and I haven't been able to really share it or talk about it. And I thought today, you know what? This has affected her in such a heinous way now, medically, physically, that I'm just too angry to not say anything. And there's no reason why I shouldn't say anything, because she's the victim here. And of course, I'm always concerned that haters and people who hate me will try to weaponize things like this against me, but fuck them. So anyway, so if I've been absent and or not following through on certain things, that's one of the major reasons why I had a very hard December. I lost Jeff. This thing happened to my daughter the same week. So there's just been a lot of stress. Okay, that's off my chest. How you doing, Tug?
I'm letting you speak. That's what I'm doing.
It's been a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I know you've had a lot going on. We talked about it some, and it really sucks to have all that going on and being on the mic all the time and having a thing that you feel like you can't talk about, because most things you would talk about, but when they involve people that are close to you, you're like, what do I do in this? And I know you were trying to you were trying to pursue justice with it, so you were trying to be quiet about that for the longest time, and it was very frustrating. Again, not getting into details on it, because
very frustrating.
Yeah, like getting them to do the inaction. It was people have no idea, like the it's amazing. Like when you see that, we see it in cases, and when it happens to somebody close to you, you're like, like you said, not today, Satan.
Not today. Well, and I'm stuck here for now. Like this is like, and I wish that I wasn't, but I think at least I have an option to send her somewhere where she's going to have some peace for a while, for at least a year. And hopefully the situation that's going on may resolve itself with there's other stuff. But I'm hoping that having her there for a year will at least let some of this fade away. Because as you can imagine, in a small town school, it's just a huge scandal. There's too much pressure and stress, and it's awful. So I'm just really glad I have the option to send her somewhere wonderful, where it's going to be like an exchange program and be somewhere where she can relax and, get into the aloha spirit. I mean, there's really no place in America better than Hawaii to de-stress, get some sun. And my aunt and uncle are the best people on earth. And what's really funny, this is almost like kismet. I'm telling you, as negative as all this stuff has been, my auntie, who has been a part of my channel a few times, some of you know her. I think her screen name is Faith. But my auntie is so much like my daughter. So when my daughter was born, and as she grew, all of us were like, God, she looks like Annie. We call her name is Faith, but we call her Annie. God, she looks like Annie. She moves like Annie. She's tall like her. She has dark hair like her. I mean, they are so similar. So it's really fun that they've never gotten to spend a lot of time together, but they're very similar, and they're going to bond and have a wonderful time because they're both interested in the same things. They have really similar personality traits, and it's just going to be very cool for her to get that bonding time with my favorite aunt. And she really is. She was an amazing influence on my life. And it just goes to show what a wonderful family I have. When I called her and was like, hey, is there a possibility you would take my child for a year? She was like, of course I would. Like it was not even
that's good.
It's like, of course. Yeah. Send her immediately. We'll take her. Yeah. Jane Sherritt says, no wonder you have high blood pressure.
Indeed.
You know what? I didn't even think about that, but
yeah,
well, it could be.
Yeah, man, stress. I'll let them stress eat away, especially when you look at like inaction. It, you know, the situation with action would have been stressful, but having to deal with that and force action,
Oh
you know,
God.
yeah.
Oh, and you have no idea. I had to call so many people and be up so many people's asses. In fact, I called this one lieutenant who was in charge of things, and I heard through the back doors that the officer who gave me his number got chewed out for giving me his phone number. Like, that's what a small town is like. It's like, how dare you give her my phone number? You should have, you know, and it's like, well, screw you. Now I have your phone number, and I'm going to keep calling you, asshole, until you do your job. So anyway, it's been rough. And Connie B, thank you so much for the 100 bail money.
Bail money.
I did think I was gonna need it that day. I flew into a rage. I don't even remember what happened, but I screamed into the phone and I dropped a few MFers. I'm sure of it. When I got to the school, I told the girl at the front desk how sorry I was for what I said in the moment, and she goes, "Oh, that's okay. I didn't even really hear it because you were breaking up." I was like, "Well, thank God, because it wasn't pretty." Oh man. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys a lot, and I just it's been a lot, and I feel for those of you going through what you're going through. I get emails from you guys all the time about justice denied and how many of you have been denied justice. And I just want to let you know that I understand and I know how you feel. And it can be very difficult. So, all right, let's get to a couple of super chats first. And then I do want to kind of go over, Tug, a little bit of what you looked at last night. So if you want to pull up just a couple of the most egregious things from that from Only Me's. Oh, and by the way, mods, I don't know what happened, but Only Me or Donor David, I guess at one point was banned from the channel. I didn't ban him. I don't know what happened, but I've unbanned him in case he wants to make contact. So
Yeah, I noticed this.
Don't ban him. Don't ban him.
I noticed the same thing. So I unbanned him. Again, who knows? It doesn't matter, you know, honestly, with these people leaning on him and him actually, it looks like he's having his come to Jesus moment. He's kind of getting a feel for these people and who they are and what they want to do to him. So right now, maybe he'd like to talk about what's going on. And maybe, again, if he'd like to try to get his money back. Again, I don't want his money, just to make that clear. I'm not after your money, buddy. You know, I just, I think these people going after you is pretty nasty. I think you gave them a lot of money. Like
I do too. I would say to David also, not only do I not want your money, don't send me any. I won't take it. I will send it back because this is not about that. And what I want is for him to get his money back. I want him to get justice in this situation. And it's okay if he's not a fan of our show or of us or whatever, but I will help him. Ray, aka Ball Python King, gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. My desk is such a mess that my buttons are covered. Hold on, I gotta move the thing. There we go.
They can't.
I can't. Yeah, I can't. I gotta clean the desk. It's getting outrageous. I've got papers just everywhere. Alex Marie, thanks for the $20 super sticker. I appreciate you. And Jack Miles, a member for 3 months, says, keep the Fox Den wild. Go, Megan. Yes, it is wild in here. Nessa G, thanks for the 2. Breadstick money. Popcorn ready. Let's go. Let's flock and go. Burn some Rockstone. Thanks for the Canadian 2. Love and prayers, Meg. Well, I appreciate that. Cunning Linguist, thanks for the 2. Square bullet points to make you smile. Well,
there you go. That's what you needed right there.
Mission
I heard
accomplished.
That laugh. Square bullet points.
Taz 67 Invader, thanks for the 2. Hammer time, Tug. Laugh him out. Yeah, this was me going down to the school.
If you ran your mouth like that in real life to me, I will beat you with a fucking hammer.
Literally that last part. What the fuck? Yep.
Yeah, we all have our hammer moments, don't we?
That was me. No, I wish it had been recorded. It was pretty funny. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Hey, Megan. Hey, Max Lab. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 10. Just in, the lawyer known as Bubbles was found in possession of Viagra. He was quoted as saying he wanted to be a bigger man.
Phrasing?
Extra large and extra hard.
Ray, aka Ball Python King, thanks for the 5. To make the haters hate more. Fantastic. Dwayne Rapp, thanks for the 10. Piss off that guy named Lisa. Sticky,
Yes, some dude.
some dude named Lisa. Sticky Widget gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's wild in here. I like that. I may say that more often. I have my favorites. Thanks for the 5. I love this new song. I'm so glad you do. Death's Angel gifted 1 Megan Fox membership. Welcome, whoever got that one. Suzanne 7IB Callie, thanks for the 5. Didn't the judge already see the signs that were posted about Jeremy? He should have, yes, because they were in an exhibit. Jane Chu, member for 5 months, absolutely love watching you guys, sending love and hugs. Well, love and hugs back to you too, Jane. Death's Angel, thanks for the 5 hugs and love and prayers. Love to her. Send everyone love. Thank you. Appreciate that. And Simmons became a YouTube member. Welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird here. I go on rants occasionally, but you'll get used to them. That's the good news. Marcus King, thanks for the 10. Praying for you, Megan, and your family. I appreciate that. I really do. Mavia, thanks for the 5. All right, Megan, I'll bring the shovel. And if we keep it under 300 pounds, we're good. Yes, Mavia, you have no idea the kinds of thoughts that went through my head. But maybe you do. Maybe you do. I think you do get it. Val NC, thanks for the 5 hugs and prayers. Appreciate that. Taz67, Invader, member for 4 months. Prayers and much love for your daughter and family. Appreciate that. And thanks for being a member for 4 months. Iowa Gal, thanks for the 20 for your daughter, you and your family, with thoughts and prayers for justice and peace. You know, prayers for justice are always a good idea. I appreciate that. Miss PJ, thanks for the 5 prayers and big hugs. Keep paper bags in the house. I have lots of them because we do bag lunches here lots of times. If I had God, was that scary? Tug, I cannot tell you. Did you ever hear that hyperventilation could cause muscle stiffness?
Oh yeah, I've had way back. I experienced some panic attack, and it is not. Oh, it's a horrible situation. It is a terrible thing to be on the receiving side of.
Yeah, I've never had one, but watching my daughter go through it, and you know what's really terrible about it is that she's just prone to it. She's had them since she was very little. So I at first thought she was having tantrums. I thought they were tantrums. But then I figured out, no, this is not a tantrum. This is something else because it's just out of control. But she was really little and I couldn't figure it out. And I remember one time her hands did go stiff like that. And I mentioned it to the doctor and he just kind of glossed over it. He didn't tell me what it was and it resolved. And so it was like, I guess it was no big deal. But watching it happen in front of me in the car on the way to the hospital when she thinks, she's having chest pain and trouble breathing was just something that it was terrifying. I'm actually surprised I didn't pass out myself. Thank God I didn't. But it was terrifying. But so you all know, if you ever witness that, get a paper bag because they're hyperventilating. Yep. It's not a stroke. It's not a stroke. If you see someone breathing like this, like that, yeah.
That's why coping skills are so important because see now, like not just you, but the person themselves, they learn to identify that. They had learned to identify, hey, my breathing, I'm doing this. I am working myself up more. And
yep.
They can accordingly do something about it. And
what's funny is that later that night, after we got back from the hospital, she did have another episode of chest pain, but she was able to not have a panic attack, right? She was able to tell herself, okay, this is not what I think it is. It's not a heart problem. I'm just going to go to bed. And then she did. And then she woke up and she was fine. So that was very helpful to learn that was, so we're learning how to deal with this. And, it's just
terrible that she has to deal with that period. I think what you're talking about, the whole location change, everything like that. It's not just a safety situation, but I mean, you're removing, it's not like going from one place or school in that same area to another. You're changing out everything. So she can actually look at it as a, an experience, as a positive thing.
Right.
Yeah,
I
that's
really
good.
want her to have a positive thing out of this, and she is really excited about Hawaii. She's already got her tourist guide. Her dad
Oh,
bought
I
her a
can
big
imagine. Damn,
map
somebody
book
was like,
yeah.
God,
And she's the one who's like the super K-pop fan, so she is going to go out of her mind because there's such a great Asian culture there. There's lots of Japanese in Hawaii, so there's just tons of anime culture and there's K-pop stores. She's already found all the K-pop stores in Honolulu. She's so funny. She's like, there's a K-pop store. So she's really excited and I'm really
that's
happy I
funny.
can do that for her, because it's
Yeah, I
going
mean
to
that's awesome. And turning that negative into something that can be enjoyable. It's great, man.
I know it's good, and I'm grateful for it. Jack's mom, member for 2 months. It's so hard to see our children hurt. Yeah, prayers for the family. It is difficult, very difficult. Jada, thanks for the 5, sending you and your family strength and peace and breadsticks. Appreciate that. Jamie Stump, thanks for the 20, prayers for your daughter. Well, we could use them. Chance NP, Jody Cha, thanks for the 5. What's the point of having a national platform if you can't use it to protect your family? Sounds
True
like
that.
a group of courageous young women. Yes, and they are. And I'm glad that we could be the catalyst to help them come forward and do the right thing and press the charges, because it feels sometimes like I live with a bunch of sheep, who won't do anything unless they're led to do it. And that's frustrating because you think, well, this could have been stopped months ago. And instead, it had to happen to my kid. That was upsetting to me. But at least they did decide to do the right thing. So I'm glad. Brenda Moore, thanks for the 5, because I know firsthand what you're going through. Hugs. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Brenda. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 10. First off, prayers for you and your family. I was a bullied kid, much of which would be considered criminal. I feel for you and your daughter. I'm so sorry, Green Veggie Beast. I really am. That's terrible. Yvonne Chavez, thanks for the 5. Appreciate that. Georgia Ann, thanks for the 5. Hugs, Megan. My family is dealing with a situation with my oldest granddaughter. An 18-year-old man from Canada came down here and met her, and she is 16. Oh, that is terrifying. That's terrifying. I'm so sorry. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 10. Next, move to Texas. That's why we have carry laws, and we have no issue going boom towards criminals. Yeah, I wish I could move. We're just not at that stage right now. Dwayne Rapp gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Thank you. Welcome to the Fox Den. Everybody who got those. Pumpkin Farm, thanks for the 2. We support you. I appreciate that. Emmy,
But you
thanks for
said
the...
pumpkin parm.
I
was
did.
Like, oh,
I said pumpkin
parmesan.
parm. I did at first. I'm having your problem, I guess.
Yeah, no, man. I'm like,
Emmy, thanks for the 10. I truly appreciate your passion and dedication, not only for your own child, but for all victims of crime. You're not alone in this fight. Stand strong, Mama. Yeah, it's not a position I ever wanted to be in. But now that I'm in it, these people here at the county attorney's office have never seen anybody like me. I told them that. I said, you've never met anybody like me. I will spend the rest of my life destroying you.
I've said that before. I hear you there. I could relate to that one.
I mean, I have faith in you guys. I think you can do your job, but I'm just letting you know, if you let me down, I will spend the rest of my life embarrassing you in print. So do with that what you will. But I'm telling you, if it can be done, make sure it happens in this case. That's it. Lee Wire, thanks for the 10. You're in my prayers. I'm sorry for all you're going through, but thank you forever for helping others with your platform. We love you. I love you too. I appreciate that. As Shine, thanks for the 10. Much love to you and your daughter, Megan. I appreciate that, you guys. I really do. Linda Early, thanks for the 30. Hawaii money. I'll make sure that she gets that. She will like that. Mistrust Loon, thanks for the 5 for Mama Bears and her female cub towards a spa day together. We do need that. Oh my God, after yesterday. What a nightmare. Linda Early, thanks for the 30. Oh, all right. Thanks. Oh, was that another one? Linda, you sent 2 in a row? Was that a mistake? Thank you. I appreciate that. If it was a mistake, you can take it back. Mama, thanks for the 5. Hawaii has dummies too. It's true. Hopefully your family's on the better side of the aisle. Mama, here's the most exciting part. They live in the wealthiest area of Hawaii. It's a beautiful school. And with a lot of kids from serious families who want them to go to good colleges. And I think it's going to be a much better experience for her. One of the problems of where we are is that we are in an area that has one of the poorest counties in New York. And the kids are coming from homes that are filled with neglect and abuse, drugs, which is very difficult. It's very difficult. And the influences around here, and it's very hard for my kids to make friends. Let's just put it that way, to make friends that they can relate to, because they don't come from that. They come from a stable home with working parents who love them and take care of them and feed them every day. Just the feeding your kid dinner every night is not something that these kids here are used to. So it's a sad reality, but it's also not something that I really want her spending a lot of time around, if you know what I mean. But I didn't know that when we moved here. I moved here from Chicago. I didn't know anything about this place. And it's difficult. And the only private school is an hour away, and it's more money than I can afford. So it's a whole problem. Helena Handbasket, member for 3 months. Love and hugs to the Fox family. I hope everything works out in Fairy's favor. I've been here much longer than 3 months, and square bullet points just to aggravate. Well, love you anyway. Wanda Perez, thanks for the 5. You ready for the posse to settle up and come to New York, take things in our hands? Love and prayers with your daughter. Love you, Meg. I did spend some time listening to Pond Scum Posse today. It does get me riled up. And Connie B, bail money for the mama bear. Thanks for the 100. Very sweet of you. I appreciate that. And Court and Wit, thanks for the 10. Wow. Nothing worse than a school district that won't protect your child without you fighting them. Speaking from experience. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Janice Wingfield, thanks for the 20. Hawaii money. All right. We will get back to more of those in a bit. Let's look at Tug. You got those pulled up?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
All right.
indeed. Let me throw something in there first. I want to show you.
Sure.
So I showed this off yesterday. Give me 1 minute here. So I was showing this wonderful, wonderful, lovely Lego, Deuces Wild off yesterday. Isn't that pretty? But I put it together, actually.
Oh, did you? So
Yeah.
It is a Lego? Why did I think it was Hot Wheels?
No, it's a little Lego. It is. It's a 30-piece
shut
Lego. Look at that.
I want one of these.
Yeah. Well, you do have one, actually. It's
I
sitting
do?
there. Yeah, you do.
Oh my God.
Yep. And let me see. I've got it put together. Let me show you the picture. There it is together. Check him out. Isn't he pretty? Oh, look at that.
How is this real? How is this real? The final flush?
I mean,
it's
says
blue?
final flush across. It is a blue toilet.
Oh my God.
And the box says Deuces Wild.
Okay, I'm sorry, but this is proof. It's proof that we are living in a simulation. None of this is real. None of this is real. We are living in a simulation. I don't know who's running it, but this is not. This can't be real.
Oh, it's too good. I love it. I absolutely love it. Look at his face too. Look at how he's like, oh.
When I get mine, I'm gonna add a clear nose to it.
Well, it's funny because when you look at it from a distance, he's so confident looking, but when you look at it, it's just like the real guy. He's like, "Oh no, help me!" Yeah,
that plunger ain't gonna help you with this case.
Oh
let me
man,
tell
the
you.
toilet seat raises and everything too.
Oh my God,
yes. Isn't that amazing? Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Yep. I love it. Oh man, but I had to show that off. I thought that was beautiful. So yeah, it looks like David the Donor has definitely become. Not only is David the Donor now target, but they are really butthurt. I mean, big time that I'm talking about this. It's so butthurt, and I kind of love it. I kind of love that because they turned on a guy that donated a lot of money. He's making it very clear too. Look at who he's blaming for all the hate that's coming his way. He's being called by his real name, by the way. You can see them not calling him only me. They're calling him by his last name.
Oh,
because
boy.
we know. Yeah. They're like, you're the one that needs to get exposed, you know, and they're talking about going after him over and over again. And it's amazing. Throughout this video, they put together a video to attack him, and calling that out is apparently really got them twisted about it. Oh my God. I love it.
That exposed? Like, you're going to expose? Like, what's there to expose? The guy gave you 56 grand.
I imagine they'll do. You watch. If he persists with this, they will dig through his life and they'll do anything they can to ruin him. You watch. You watch what happens, because that's how
terrible.
they are. Yeah, indeed. So let's pull up a few other ones here. So watching him, though, it's been fascinating. Here we have, like, what really surprised me wasn't just the attack on him, but the seeing John Cook as part of this too. So you see somebody note. Now, I did not do the redactions and stuff. They did that because, of course, the entire video, the entire setup and the ecosystem, what they're doing here is they're targeting this one guy. The rest of them, oh, friendly fire, gotta protect them. Oh, well, why don't you ask John Cook? Well, lo and behold, look who pops in, John Cook. Oh, John Cook wants to have it. Now, I have the feeling
I'll be right back. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You keep going.
Okay. So with this, I get the feeling from comments that this wasn't the only thing that John Cook had to put into it. I think there was a lot more. But John Cook comes in. He actually, again, he wants to get involved. And when you start going through this, you can see this guy getting tired of it. He's like, hey, what's up? You really want to challenge my money? And again, you have to think about this. This guy is the person that funded pretty much everything that's gone on. I mean, there's been a few other big donors. Yeah, there's been some big money, but this guy put in a lot of money, and he fueled everything there. Did a hater get arrested too? That a Facebook? I'm not sure about that, Mud Dog. I see your super chat. I saw that roll up. I was addressing that one. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff.
I didn't see that Facebook rumor.
Yeah, well, there's so many. Like, one of the things that gets spread, you have. I don't think it's misinformation. I think you have people that are actually doing this on purpose. It's a disinformation. They're going out, they're trying to spread, falsity. And that way, it doesn't just get the aha, gotcha moments. It also makes you miss other things, things that could be right there in front of your eyes. You have to watch that,
Yeah, right.
Now,
right. And believe me, if anybody gets arrested, we'll have arrest records and stuff to show you.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this is unbelievable. So what did John say right before this? I missed it.
Okay. Now, John came in, but okay, there's a little more to it. Now, I did not make this video.
I love this. I love this. I have a pile of wood sitting in front of my barn. What is, you've had junk wood sitting on your property the entire time we've been doing this story. What does that mean?
Yeah,
it's going to be installed. When? It's been sitting there. It's rotting. What?
Not just that, okay, but like I said, they put this video together, and there was one thing, like he says in commentary, that really makes me think they omitted something. And again, Guapo hides his videos afterwards, so you can actually go in and get clippy, after the fact. But in the comments, this is what Cook had to say. This is Cook actually talking there too. So he notes at the very beginning of it, he said, all I did was defend Lisa and Hale. Now that's an and. That's not. So I think there's more. If you dig through there, I bet you there's other comments that they left out. So I thought that was in her. But what happens through this is you see real time. Let me pull this up. This is what, to me, is getting interesting. You can see David the donor kind of waking up and be like, what the hell now? What's going on with all of this mess? And here you have him. He's noted, hey, when someone asks for money to help a vulnerable family, then I know we've seen John Cook here fighting. You know, and he's talking with
Mhm.
other people. He's like, hey, you know, all of this, it gives me second thoughts. Huh. This is the guy getting all
Now you
that money.
finally have second thoughts. What about when he
Yeah.
got arrested for pointing a gun at tourists? And
And he's like, you know, and the haters who have no money, but only, you know, only hate, they attack you. Well, and after how this idiot John Cook treated men, he deserves nothing.
I think he means treated me. It's probably a
Yeah, well, it
typo.
says men.
It says men, but I bet he
I'll take
means
it.
me.
I'll take it as me, and I'll take it as men too. Hey, only men, like I said, you know, you don't have to just sit in a chat and talk about this stuff. You can actually sit down or you can write it out. I mean, if you don't like that. And he's like, how sad that JH wins against these horrible folks. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. These horrible folks. I think he's having a moment here because with this kind of comment, plus, let me find it. He keeps asking, hey, do people do they support John Cook? Give me a minute. Let me find the last one. There's one in here I want. There's a bunch of these. Yeah, there's so many of these in here. He's calling them out, though. And then he finally, after they've attacked him enough, he lands on this. And I thought this was very telling of his mindset through it. He says, not sure anymore which side the hate is on.
Finally.
Always thought it was their side.
Finally.
Yeah, but what's it cost him? $100,000 there. Oh, they're butthurt, by the way. They're very butthurt about coverage. Oh, they're throwing the little temper tantrums over there. Oh, it's so funny. It is.
All right,
so
so I
funny.
got some clarification on the arrest.
Mhm.
Jeremy said in today's video, I think probably, I don't know if it was his members only video or I didn't see his video today, but I'm being told that he said in his video that a few people that were messing with his whatnot, remember when they were overbidding and then not paying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He said that a few of those people got arrested. And that that would not surprise me because that is a crime. So if that's what happened, and I'll try and confirm with Jeremy, maybe we can get those arrest records. That would be great. I would love to see that happen because look, screw around and find out. Like, do not do that. Do not mess with someone's business.
That's who these people are. I mean, at the end of the day, they're that and much, much worse. I mean, when we talk about business and stuff, I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg, man. The way they've done it, that's the messed up thing. But they mess around with his life, not just his livelihood. It's it's something else. I've never seen a group, and like you were noting when you were talking about stuff at the beginning, law enforcement. I mean, what do? They do a whole lot of nothing.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, at some point, and we've seen it with this Levy County thing, law enforcement, though they may want to do something, they get demoralized because they bring a case, they do all the paperwork, they bring it to a prosecutor, and the prosecutor drops it. I have had conversations with police here in New York about this exact same thing, about this situation that I'm in. I have recordings because New York is only a one-party state. I've recorded all of it. It's all on recording, fellas. I have recorded them telling me, yes, we want to do something, but we're not allowed. And this is why we wake up every day and most of us want to quit our jobs. It was one of the saddest conversations I've ever had with a police officer.
That's awful, man.
Yeah, and we ask ourselves why we even do this.
I do wonder with Levy County the same thing. Honestly, I think there's some inept cops, but also when we see arrests, what happens?
Where they drop it.
Yeah.
Oh, so Jeremy said he didn't say that in his video today, nor did he say anyone was getting arrested. Okay, so rumors, guys, rumors.
Yeah. Well,
I hope they do go after him, though. I hope eventually they do find him because those people should never get away with that. They just shouldn't.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. When you see this stuff, I'm never never quite sure exactly like what's real or not. So if I can't link it back to something, I make sure, I just treat it as if it's not real.
Yeah, well, and that's too bad because it would be great. It would be great to have that kind of justice. So Jeremy thinks that people just took out of context what he was talking about. So anyway, so not yet anyway. Hopefully that will be coming. That would be great. I would love to see these people, get some justice. All right. Let's laugh some more because we have stuff to laugh at. And we were on page 50 and if you hear laughing in the background, my kids have friends over, so they are down there cackling like crazy.
So they're just like a laugh track. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a laugh track. Yeah, exactly. And I'm glad that they're having fun after the stuff we've been through in the last couple of days. It's good that they're laughing and having a good time. So if you're hearing that, that's what it is. All right. So we were on page 50. We were just at the break. There was a
Line 50.
recess. There was a recess from 11:06 to 11:09 a.m. And we have Mr. Shockett back on the record at line 9.
Yep, we're back on the record. All right. We're still on that bomb scare day, okay? Now, this is the next exhibit. This is a petition by affidavit for order to show cause for a violation of temporary judgment of injunction for protection against, it doesn't say. That's a lot of freaking words, by the way. That's a hard sentence right there, just to say. Wow.
Petition by affidavit for order to show cause for a violation of temporary judgment of injunction for protection against, it doesn't say.
That's a lot of sentence. I'd love to see, again, he's going through that without reading it off. I'm just reading it. I'm like, man, that's a lot.
Lord.
So it's probably DV, and it was filed that same day. No, I'm sorry. I take it back. It was filed December 6th, so it wasn't that day. Did you know there was a hearing on December 6th in this case?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. This was a long time ago in my world.
Well, let me show you this exhibit. So exhibit 2 is entered. Ready to go now? Okay. Why don't you read it and see if it refreshes any of your recollection you may have? So this would have been the hearing before the bomb scare hearing.
Okay. What's the question about it?
Did you read that exhibit? That exhibit number 2? Did you read it?
What I can read of it, I'm having a hard time reading some of it.
Maybe get your prescription home. No, I'm just kidding.
Wear my glasses.
Exactly. Take your time. It's not that long, but go ahead.
Okay.
Do you have any knowledge of that document or the events there?
I do not.
Okay. I'll show you our last exhibit.
Can I back up for just a second?
Of course.
Was there any involvement in any kind of criminal allegations? Maybe a sworn complaint that came into the office?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
I'm trying to remember. It's just like I vaguely remember.
Exactly. That was the day that
You have to remember, I had a lot of cases, and
I got you.
I just vaguely remember that, but it's not. I don't remember any details about it conveniently, so no.
No guessing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm telling you. I don't remember any details. I just vaguely remember something about the filming, but that's all I remember.
I got thinking about this. So this lady can tell us the lineage of her career, as far as judges. She can go through and be like, yes, when I first started out back many years ago, many a moon ago, this was the judge that was on the bench. And I can remember this and I can remember that, but I have no recollection over these events right here. It's like, okay, and of whatever I said to the attorney when I walked over that I didn't know, but I've known for years. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's not very believable, is it?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how that goes. So, okay, so you have a vague recollection of the events that are listed on exhibit number 2.
I have a vague memory of there being a criminal allegation of like a violation of protection order sent in as a sworn complaint, but I don't know what the outcome was or anything like that.
All right.
I don't remember any of that.
Good. Let's see if you know about this then. This is the last exhibit, Exhibit 3. It's an order directing preservation of evidence. Take a look at that.
Oh, it's Manskin. Manskin.
I do not have the exhibits in an email.
Well, I'll see if they're in my send box.
You emailed them to me? Because I don't have the email of the exhibits.
They were emailed to you. I got a copy of it. I will look at it right now and get a copy of it.
What's the question in reference to this?
Well, let me just... One second. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Manskin. There's a bad signal here, and we got on the Wi-Fi. It just sent to you. It was hanging in because the phone was not on the internet. Sorry, you got them now. Now, okay, we're all caught up there. Bad Wi-Fi and everything. Bam. So, do you have any knowledge about this exhibit number 3?
No. This looks like it was it's family court related.
No, this is okay. Let me show you exhibit 2 again so you know why. Here's exhibit 2.
Right. Yeah, I read that.
Look at the date and time. Do you know how someone can make a complaint like this in this building?
How they can go about
Yes.
doing this?
Do you know?
Yes.
How did they do it in this building?
Well, they go upstairs and grab one of these forms and fill it out at the counter and give it to the nice little clerk ladies.
And look what time that was stamped on the day. the nice little clerk ladies.
Oh my God, she's so condescending.
Yeah.
You just get this piece of paper.
Every word that comes
and
up.
you fill it out at the counter and give it to those nice little clerk ladies.
It is. These
You
are what
Bless
we
your
refer
heart.
to as verbal middle fingers.
This is all it's missing is a bless your heart.
Indeed.
That's what the name of the one woman show is going to be. It's going to be Bless Your Heart
It's going to be Bless Your Heart
by Amanda Martin.
It's going to be called The Nice Little Ladies.
The nice little clerk ladies.
Oh my God.
You know, we may need a song called Nice Little Clerk Ladies.
Oh man, that would be funny. Being like, AI, can you help me make a song that is, it sounds very nice, but at the same time, it sounds like a lot of middle fingers being shoved in someone's face.
The chat says that my Southern accent's pretty good. I have family in Oklahoma. I have grown up around it. All my cousins have an Oklahoma twang. All right, where are we at?
Yeah, like really putting on a really heavy accent sometimes.
It's fun. It's fun. December 6th at 15:20.
What time? 3:20?
3:20 p.m.
3:20 p.m. And the order is filed 4:10 the same day.
Correct.
Do you have any knowledge about that? See where it says this cause? Here's why I ask.
I don't work at the clerk's office because I'm not a nice little lady.
Indeed. Indeed. Here's why.
I wasn't nice enough to work there.
Shh, I know. No, he's like, here's why. I know. He's like, I know. But here's why I ask it. Because it was very cloudy. It's very not clear at all. This, quoting here, quote, this cause having come before the court subsequent to hearing in the above style case and being informed there may be evidentiary value in preserving the video footage. Did you have any role in informing the judge about this?
Oh, now I know what this is about.
What is this about?
This is about, do you remember when during the Judge Grudge's hearings, he had a meltdown about parking lot footage? Do you remember this?
God, no, right off the bat, I don't. To be
He ordered it preserved, like the parking lot footage from when after the bomb scare. Something happened in the parking lot that he was made aware of, and he ordered that footage to be preserved.
honest.
And everyone was like, "What?
Yeah, like
Why?"
why the what?
And I think, and I could be wrong, maybe Jeremy, if he's in the chat, can correct me, but I think this might be when Mark Feather was accused of trying to bribe Lynette.
That is
Or
so
it had
messed up, by the
something,
way.
or it had something to do with Jeremy filming in the parking lot, which he's allowed to do. So if he was filming in the parking lot, but it got the judge all riled up. All right.
That is
So
so messed up.
Randy
You know?
asked her they were pretty sure that it had to be Amanda Martin who was the one who told the judge about whatever it was going on in the parking lot. All right. So Randy just asked, did you know? No. So I can tell you, based on my experience with restraining orders, just like my knowledge, when I was at the sheriff's office, I occasionally helped.
I'm asking you what you know about here.
Oh, well, then no. I
She
don't
was
know
going to go
nothing.
into some.
I don't know nothing about
Yeah,
nothing.
she was going to go into some long diatribe, and then all of a sudden, you know, she has a memory lapse again.
Yeah. Believe me, Mr. Shockett, I don't know nothing about tattling to no judge.
Exactly. I know everything about how the sheriff's office works. I know everything about
She's pulling a
procedural law.
prissy. She's pulling a prissy, you know, from Gone with the Wind. I
Yeah,
don't know nothing about no birthing babies.
I declare, Mr. Shockett. Oh,
I
I love
knows
it.
everything. I can do everything.
I love it. I kind of love how everyone that gets involved in this stuff has these convenient memory gaps. You know, it's very
Yeah.
strange. And then what's funny is when they went after like Jeremy and they talked about his depo, they were like, "Oh, he's just a meanie." Well, you know what? He wasn't out there pretending that he didn't know what the hell the case was about or anything else. He was pretty concise in everything. He just didn't want to answer business related that would cost him, you know, that would give them more ammunition to damage business. But besides that, he was very open with everything. We have not seen one of these people sit down, even when it's their case, by the way, and the other ones where they've actually answered things clearly and concisely.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, you know? Okay, so anyway, let's see. What line was on? I forget. Oh, 14. Oh, yeah, 14. But I appreciate you telling us that.
No. Yeah. The answer to your question is, I have no idea.
I know what you're going to say. It gets gets brought to the judge, but
it would be sent electronically, typically. But no idea.
Okay. All right.
I had no involvement in that.
She's getting very defensive all of a sudden.
She is.
That,
and all he's saying is, okay.
He was just like, "Do you have any idea what happened with this? Can you tell me? I didn't do this. I swear to God, I didn't do it." You know, that's amazing, though. That is interesting. What were they trying to frame him for then with the footage and that? Like, what was their intent with all that mess?
I don't know. I still don't know why that footage was important. I'd have to get Jeremy to refresh my memory on that.
Okay, because I you know, with so much in here, like if this was one freaking case with, you know, a pretty linear like discussion A to Z, I'd probably remember that. That might even be a high point in things, but right here it doesn't even register with all the insanity. Okay, so that's why I wanted to ask you. Okay, now I'm going to wrap it up with something that's not particularly pleasant, but it's part of life. Do you know that your son had what's called an incident? I like that. What's called an incident with Mr. Hales at Bubba Q's in Chiefland?
Do I know they had an incident?
Yeah.
I know that it was alleged.
I thought she was. I thought she knew about everything. There was no
Oh,
allegation
good.
of anything. Now, there's
Not
some
alleged.
uncertainty. Wow. Knew that it was alleged. And when you say it, what do you mean it?
I'm not answering those questions.
You just opened the door. So are you.
No, I answered one of your stupid questions.
Indeed, you can just feel the tone coming through. When you say it, what is it?
I'm not answering any questions reference my son.
Are you refusing to answer the question?
Yes, sir.
Will you certify the question? Did you see Mr. Hales at Walmart on February 18th at around 4:45 p.m.?
I have seen.
You do know there's cameras at Walmart, right?
Yeah, I don't care. I have no problem telling you that. I have seen Mr. Hales.
I love that. She's like, yeah, I know there are cameras, damn it.
I love this woman. I
No.
don't care.
She's just straight up. Were you at Walmart on?
I have no idea what day it was, but I have seen Mr. Hales at Walmart one time.
One time.
Yes.
February the 18th. If I tell you is
I don't remember when it was. You
at
prick.
4:45 p.m.
I don't know what time it was. I know I've seen Mr. Hales one time. It was coming out of the entrance exit at the, not the food door, but the other door.
Not the food door. Not the grocery section.
Not the grocery section, but the other section. He was exiting. I was entering, and I went in and got dog food. And you can look that up on your security cameras.
When
And
I got the dog food.
And when I got dog food.
Oh my God, this is funny. Like, this is actually quite comical.
I know.
Is.
It's so good.
She is. She would probably be funny to listen to. This it's kind of sad that we don't have, like, I don't know. I say that, but when I picture it in my mind, it probably is a lot more entertaining than it should be.
I wish Jeff was here to hear this. He would be dying right now.
Oh my God. These live breathing,
He'd be laughing so hard. And when I got the dog food,
I could see
I
that.
left.
Were you by yourself?
I was by myself.
Did you drive there yourself?
Of course I drove myself there. Who else would drive me there if I was by myself? You should see that on your security cameras.
I didn't see the parking lot. That's the same day as the incident you just described between your son and Mr. Hales. Did you drive your son to the parking lot that day at Walmart?
Did I drive my son to the Walmart parking lot?
Yeah, or to Walmart at all.
No.
Does your son drive a car by himself?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. My kids have cars, but some kids don't. I got it. Okay. Do you know that a process server tried to serve your son with a subpoena at your house?
My husband told me that.
Right. Where's your son living now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh my God. So unbelievable, lady.
He's living underground, Oh my God. When's the last time you had contact with your son?
Christmas.
Is there a problem? Is everything okay?
What do you mean?
I just think that the average person would think when you don't talk to a child, there's something.
He's an adult.
I understand. Okay. So you haven't talked to him since Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, he's an adult.
Oh, my Lord. Okay. Do you know where he works?
I have no idea.
Do you know his middle? I have no idea what his middle name is. Oh my God. This is freaking genius. I
I love
swear.
this deposition so much. This is my favorite deposition, I think, of all time.
Oh, yeah, this lady. I mean,
It's
it's so
so
little.
good.
Yeah, but it's so good. She needs like a day and a half of Depo.
It's so
God,
good.
could you imagine being a victim though and having to deal with this? I always wanted to ask you about my rights. Your rights? What do you mean? Your right is to listen to me talk
Your
to you like this.
Don't go on jawing about your rights. I've got a deadline. I have things to do.
Oh God, this is so amazing.
Kiss my grits. That's for you, Wendy.
Yeah, we're missing a little kiss my grits in there. That's actually what we are missing. I haven't heard anybody say that in a long time, by the way.
Kiss my grits. God, that show was so funny. Was that Mel's
Oh,
Diner? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that. I used to hear that every now and then in real life, but I haven't heard it in a long time. So, all right. Do you know that?
I don't know that he does work. I have no idea.
I don't even know if he works, man. What's up?
I know nothing about that boy that I birthed. With
Do
my
you know
own
that
birth and hips.
I like this, though. She knows this, though. Do you know that Mr. Hales filed a criminal complaint against your son for battery?
I'm aware of that. I had no involvement in that.
So she doesn't know anything about her son, but she knows about that one.
Yeah.
That's amazing, isn't it? I understand. Well, do you know that complaint was assigned to, I think, the Fifth Circuit by Brian Kramer's office?
Yes, I know it was assigned to a different circuit.
Calla? Fifth? Yeah.
I just know a different circuit. I had no involvement in anything to do with that.
Okay. Were you ever contacted by anyone about that?
Not that I can recall.
Okay. Do you know Michelle Barr?
Yeah, that was my supervisor.
Oh, that was your supervisor.
Yeah, well, she was one of my supervisors. One of them retired, and Michelle took it over.
So by the time of this incident last year in February, Michelle Barr was your supervisor, right?
I don't remember. I don't feel like she was, but I don't remember. I mean, maybe.
Oh my God. Again, this woman supposedly remembers everything, but she doesn't remember that. I don't believe that.
I don't believe any of this.
I don't. I mean, I don't talk to my son. I saw him at Christmas, so, but I don't even know if he works. I mean, my God.
Smitty, bless your heart. I'm busy saving babies from hot cars.
Oh, we can't forget about the baby rescue. Totally. Yeah.
How can I remember these things when I'm saving babies from hot cars? All day long, that's what I do. I counsel stupid people and tell them not to leave their children in hot cars. And you're on me about this shit. I don't understand it.
Every day I'm counseling babies, telling them how to escape cars.
You should be giving me a trophy for all the good work I do.
Give me all the trophies. Yeah, that's my new job, saving babies. I'm
I should
opening a
get
company.
the keys to the city.
The keys to utter. Oh my God! Can you imagine?
That is a small lock.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying.
The key opens up like a rusty toolbox, and inside is a crack pipe.
Inside is a bill
and a dead mouse.
What is this for? Oh, it's a bill for water,
A bill for water. Oh God. Now you open the lockbox and it's all the overbilling right there.
It's a question about 2-inch pipe. You're like, wait a minute. And there's a wrapper from Bubba Q's.
Imagine what a time capsule from Otter Creek would be like.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You'd be like, right here we have a photograph of diapers from Dead Dog Road.
Dead Dog Road.
Right
Oh,
here,
look,
we have
it's
where we
those are
have
the
where
junkies. The junkies on the corner by where the old washer machines go on the road. They're getting high behind them. We took that photo just to preserve it.
and here's some foot impressions where this tortoise was stolen by 2 junkies. We still haven't recovered yet. I still
And
want to know
here's
what
the
happened to
loose
that.
dirt that the turtle dug under the fence to escape. We put the dirt in a jar to remember the great escape of the tortoises.
I still want to know what supposedly happened with that tortoise. You know, I never got closure there, damn.
Like, where did it escape? Did it ever? The
I want to
great
know about the one with
Shellshank
the
redemption
junkies, you know,
story.
where they supposedly stole everything,
Oh, they
including
stole
a
it. They probably
tortoise.
sold it.
I mean, is there a demand for those? I mean,
Can you trade tortoises for crack? I don't know. I
maybe,
can't say it's anything I've ever tried.
maybe it was a junkie too. You know, maybe it had a lot of trauma in its
Had a
life. And it was like,
fentanyl addiction. Well, if that tortoise came from Lynette's rescue, we know that that's probably the
oh my,
truth.
those little bit short arms, it's trying to tap its vein. Oh my God, can you imagine that?
That's why it was flipped over.
That's what it was. It was rolling around. I was like, damn this addiction. Damn those crackheads. I can't reach its mouth.
Oh God.
It's like, oh man, I want to see the little people in the walls too.
The tortoise died. The tortoise didn't die.
Oh my God. Name that
It
little
is like
bastard Lazarus.
Schrodinger's tortoise. Yeah, Lazarus. Oh God.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So if you don't remember, that's the answer. And this is really the last line of question. And I get it. I already don't like it, but we have to ask. You're no longer working as a victim advocate here.
Correct.
Did you resign?
I did.
Can you tell us why?
Yeah, I have no problem telling you that. There was funding issues. The VOCA grant had been cut substantially through the state. They removed the advocate from Levy County. So we don't have a victim advocate from here. So they moved me to the Gainesville office, and Levy County was my heart.
Wait. So they don't have a victim advocate there?
Apparently not. Just
Good
there are
Lord,
no victims in Levy County anymore, and no victims advocates. So you're screwed. But you know, it tracks because the prosecutor of Levy County drops everything anyway. You don't need a victims advocate when you're not prosecuting cases. When you just tell victims to go fuck themselves, you don't need a victims advocate. Smart.
So they're referring you to another office that is, I mean, that's insane. You know?
Yes.
I mean, not only
she didn't take the job. She didn't take it. She resigned because Levy County was my heart.
Levy County. She's gonna break down in the song. It's gonna be amazing. And it was understood rather.
And it was a very hard and difficult decision.
It was the distance then?
No, it wasn't necessarily as much distance as it was a multitude of things. It was distance. Levy County is my heart. And you know, I've been doing it a long time. And no matter what people have said or have thought about me, I genuinely do have passion to help victims. And it's not an easy job. I have been in some cases that are emotionally very hard. And it takes a toll on someone. And so it was just time for something different. I love how she says it wasn't the distance. It was
it was distance. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what? Wait, what the what now?
It wasn't the distance.
But it was the distance. Yeah, exactly.
God, you are a slow one. It was the distance, dummy.
Hello, Father.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The older
Hello,
Raider.
Father.
What's that?
I have decided that I will turn into a lizard.
Oh no.
Why can't I be a lizard, Father?
Oh no. She's gonna want special pronouns.
Yeah, exactly. That's a strange identity choice.
Lizard self.
Why can't I shapeshift into a lizard?
You could go try that out, I suppose. You know.
Well, she
Fact
could
that-
go
What if
and
I
cloak
set
for
something on fire?
Nancy Pelosi.
No. No, no.
Basically,
Go
anyone in
goof off there.
Congress.
What
I'm
if
not
I
on
She
mine.
might
set
turn
your
into one.
headset on fire?
Oh yeah, that would not be good.
She should just go and be an aide for anyone in Congress, and she'll get her lizard identity.
That's true. All right. Have fun, kiddo. Is that all you came here for? Just to ask me about...
Yeah, just to be silly.
Okay. All
Also,
right.
I watched The House of Wax yesterday with Dad.
Yeah, we watched it.
I
Yeah.
was not happy about the ending at all.
I fell asleep, so I kind of missed
I was
it.
mad. Vincent had to die.
Yeah, we watched House of Wax. You know, the old I forgot, Paris Hilton actually was. I was like, oh Lord, what a time in life! What a time in life!
Yeah.
I mean, her freaking being famous for being famous is a weird thing. You know.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Okay. So you mentioned passions and things like that. Do you ever recommend attorneys to victims?
No, that's it.
That's wrong.
I don't. It would be super rare for me to do that.
Did you recommend to Miss Preston that she hired Joshua Silverman?
No,
You know that she hired Joshua Silverman.
I did hear that, but I don't know Josh well enough to even refer him to, you know.
You know that there were some donors who gave Miss Preston money to hire Mr. Silverman.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
It wasn't me.
So do you know that there were people who wrote letters to complain about you, about the way you were, I don't know what to call it. I guess the way you were handling your role, victim's advocate in the Hales matter.
You mean after they were misinformed?
I don't know that they were informed at all. I just have a couple of letters.
Yeah,
So you know about it.
I know about one.
Did Miss Barr ever talk to you about it?
About a letter?
Yeah.
No.
So how do you know about this letter?
Somebody laid it on my desk.
Somebody laid it on your desk. An anonymous person just put it on your desk.
Yeah, it came through like a fax machine or something. I don't remember how it came through, but they laid it on my desk.
Did it say, and I'll just read it, I'm writing to express my deep concern and outrage regarding the behavior of Levy County, Florida, victims advocate Amanda Martin. It has come to my attention that Miss Martin has used her position to aid and abet Lynette Preston in abusing the court system, and has even gone so far as to send her son, Steve Cunningham, to physically assault victims who she's supposed to be helping. Whoa, did you see that came through there?
Oh my God, Carol. Oh, Carol. $400. Carol says, bless you and your family, Megan. The New York State justice system is why I now live in Texas.
Oh.
I am from upstate New York. So, Carol, you know what we are dealing with here. And it's horrific. And I appreciate you so much. And if that was a mistake, feel free to reverse that. But if you meant,
I saw that. I was like, whoa.
if you meant to send 400, thank you very much. If you meant to send 40, thank you again. Also, if you meant to send 4, I also appreciate that. But if you need to reverse that, that's of course you can do that. But Carol, amazing. And I do, man, I guess we're like sisters from New York, man. It is a very difficult thing, and you don't ever want to be a victim here. And when it happens to you, it's like getting victimized a second time by the state. The state then turns around and victimizes you again. By the way, my daughter did not get a victim's advocate. They do not provide them for minors. Think about that.
Really? That's crazy.
They tell you that your victim's advocate is the county attorney. But of course,
yeah, I take that back actually, because they don't provide them to kids here either, actually. So I guess
no, children don't have any rights.
Yep.
They are not seen as human unless they want to get abortions in New York, and then they can not tell you about it. or they want to get birth control and you have to pay for it, but they can't tell you about it. Then they have rights. But if they are victims of crimes, they have no rights. And I have no rights as the parent of the minor to even know about the extensive record that the perpetrator has. I'm not allowed to know what's in the record. It's all sealed. New York is very difficult, but Carol Valentine, thank you so much. That is very welcome, and I appreciate you. It's very kind.
I saw that. Now let me find my son. I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
I saw that rolling in there. Okay, I'm gonna pick up.
I really appreciate that because I'm going to be on vacation next week. And by the way, so I won't be around. I may be able to do a few live streams with it just depends. My parents have a setup there that I can use, but I don't know if I'm going to have time because I'm going to be really hanging out with family and stuff. But I am planning on having recorded videos that will be scheduled to upload every day. In fact, one I just did right before the show, Taylor Lorenz has pissed off Dave Neal, and it's glorious. And I'm going to be dropping a video on that. I probably won't be able to wait till I leave, so I'll probably do it tomorrow, and then I will record some more for the rest of the week. So
I think that's funny. Out. That whole situation, that's really funny. You know?
Oh yeah.
With Dave.
Taylor Lorenz has smeared Dave Neal by lumping him in with conservative YouTubers.
Yes, he's a right winger. I was like, wait, what?
Welcome to the alt-right, Dave.
I swear.
One of us. You know,
it's
she's
just
always
so
going
funny.
after YouTubers who report on false Me Too.
Yeah, anybody who reports on false accusations. That's the thing. Because what a weird standard, by the way, just to say, hey, you're one of our bad guys if you think that false accusations are bad. That's not the gotcha you might think that is,
Yeah, right.
Lord,
exactly.
I don't know. I've never understood that talking point. Not anyway. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna start that sentence over. So it's come to my attention that Miss Preston has used her position to aid and abet Lynette Preston in abusing the court system, and has even gone so far as to send her son, Steve Cunningham, to physically assault victims whom she's supposed to be helping. This kind of behavior is completely unacceptable and goes against the very principles of justice and support the victims' advocates are meant to uphold. That's true. Actually, it's very true. It is shocking and deeply disturbing to think that someone in such a position of trust and authority would misuse their power in this way. I urge you to launch a thorough investigation into these allegations and take swift and decisive action against Miss Martin and any other who may be involved. Victims deserve to have advocates who will truly support and protect them and not betray them for their own personal gain. Thank you for this.
Wow, what a letter.
Yeah.
What a great
Yeah.
letter. Whoever wrote that, you are great. What a good
Indeed.
writer you are. It's a fantastic letter.
Yeah, it's a good point, too. If you're a victim's advocate, you don't expect a victim's advocate to have one of their relations assault you.
Mm-mm.
The total opposite of what you would expect there. In action, no. This is another level. So anyway, is that the letter?
It's similar. I don't remember if it was word for word. It was signed. Who was it signed by?
She wants to know who it was signed by. Who was it signed by? Maybe they didn't tell her who it was signed by.
Yeah,
actually.
maybe not.
Yeah, I wonder if she did have it plopped down on her desk like she says, or if she was actually had it brought up. I wonder if they turned it into the way this place works. They probably turned it into more of their as far as
Right.
YouTube.
Water cooler gossip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's probably more of their, how the prosecutor's office brings up how they bring up YouTuber drama. That's probably what they were like. Look at this. So I'm not being told who signed it. I don't know. I was going to ask you who signed it. Do you know? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It was like some weird name. I don't remember who it was, but yeah.
But it came in a fax?
Well, I assumed it was a fax.
So get that through the Sunshine Act.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea. I don't know where it came from. I just know it was on my desk one day.
As part of being a victim advocate, if someone has an order of protection in their favor and they are now living here, and this person who is supposed to stay away from that person is also here, they make a complaint that this protective order, although not in Florida, has been violated. Would that then be reason for you to be a victim's advocate for that person who files a criminal complaint that they had been a victim?
I don't think I'm following you. I'm sorry.
All right, let's make this simple. Mr. Hales, Mr. Hales has an order of protection, a protective order in benefit against Miss Preston and Mr. Cook.
I'm aware of that now.
Now?
Objection! The entire question is completely unrelated to the current lawsuit. Mr. Shockett, will you at some point be questioning her about the claims in the federal lawsuit under which you have subpoenaed her?
You know what's fascinating about him saying that? He opened the door to bringing up the protective order. When he was questioning Jeremy Hales, he brought up everything as far as the protective order is concerned.
Yeah, he did.
So, it's him talking about, claims. He's actually brought that up. So I'm asking the questions, counsel. You can do what you want.
Hey, mods, you can ban the spammer. Definitely do that. Ban the spam. All right. Sorry. Where were we?
Okay, but I'm going to move to terminate the deposition under Rule 26C, requiring you to obtain an order to continue the deposition and also enabling the court to consider whether to grant the witness a protective order for your misuse of discovery to question her about unrelated things that have nothing to do with this case.
We'll be happy to so stupid. We'll be happy to go up to the magistrate. This is not the time or the place for you to do that.
But I'm not going to waste the rest of my day listening to this nonsense. And so what I think I'll do is log off at this point.
He's like one of those Twitter users that has to announce their departure. It's like nobody cares.
He's flouncing. He's flouncing. Nobody cares, man. Just go.
God. I mean, he's doing that though. Again, as the lawyer with somebody in this, you don't. Is that really in the best interest of your client? Throwing a shit fit and leaving?
I mean, no, but I mean, you can't. When does he ever do anything that's in the best interest of his client? Really? Does he?
It's just so bizarre. That's definitely not. I don't see how that in any way is in the best interest of his client. I am out of here. I'm logging off. Okay. So you've waived your right to cross.
It's manskinning
again. And as long as the witness is aware under 26C.
Say Rule 26 one more time, motherfucker.
She can terminate the deposition and put the onus on you to go to court. Then I'd be happy to leave it to her to decide in her discretion how to handle being harassed and burdened the way you are.
Man, this right here, this is where a judge should be stepping in.
Mm-hmm.
A judge, I mean, if people don't see this as a problem, people think it's just one ruling that, when you're talking about the other day, for example, I saw some people saying, just one ruling. No, it's not just one. Look at this kind of stuff right here. This is the kind of stuff that the judge said, I'm not going to tolerate at all. He's not just throwing a fit, which is kind of funny in throwing a fit, but he's coaching the witness. He's telling them, hey, you need to terminate this. This is what you should do. And he's not
witness
supposed
coaching.
To do it.
Yeah.
Not supposed to do it at all. No.
Nope.
So this is now a third motion for sanctions for coaching a witness who the attorney does not even represent, actually giving legal advice to a witness in a deposition.
I was talking to you. I was talking to you.
You were talking to me and...
You're using this for harassment. It's unrelated to the claims in this case. I'm not going to waste my time. I can't. I'm not. I don't represent the witness, Randy. I can't bring a motion under 26.
Hey, rule 26 one more time, motherfucker.
Or terminate the deposition because I don't represent her. If she had counsel, they could do so, or she could do so on her own. With that said, I think I will log off. Let the record show that Attorney Manskin and Mr. Cook are no longer...
What the fuck, man? Oh my God. This is so bizarre. I'm sorry. It just weirded me out there. Attorney Manskin, you waiving your right to cross?
Thank you very much.
Are you waiving your right to cross? Let the record reflect. There's no answer to that question.
Well, you let me know when it's my turn. Email me or something.
It's about to be your turn shortly. That's why I'm saying, would you like...
I've asked you all along how long you're going to be. Now you're going to tell me how long? How long? You said very short. How long?
Oh my God. I told you that this is almost the last question.
Now I'll stay. Now I'll stay.
You'll stay. Okay. All right. Good. So do you hold any hard feelings about being removed, resigning towards Mr. Hale?
No, that was nothing to do with Mr. Hales.
I have no further questions. Would you like to cross, Mr. Manskin?
Actually, I have no hard feelings towards Mr. Hales at all.
You have what? I'm sorry?
I have no hard feelings towards Mr. Hales or either of the parties. Like, I have nothing.
Okay, on that line then, do you have any feelings about Miss Preston either way?
No, I have, and that is sincere. I genuinely am very neutral about this whole thing.
Do you know that Jeremy Hales was assigned to you as a victim advocate, as a victim for you to advocate for?
Didn't you say no further questions?
We're following up on her answer.
Am I allowed to?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I believe that happened after this had happened, and I think they had moved it away from me, so I wasn't allowed to. It was like a conflict.
Oh, so someone moved it away from you.
Yes. So I don't think I was. I think there was a conflict because the Hales, and I can't say that because I don't want to guess, but I'm going off what I remember.
Have you ever heard Miss Preston say anything derogatory about Mr. Hales?
Derogatory?
Yeah.
I mean, other than the allegations of what she's alleging in the complaints that I had in the office? No.
Do you know that she took the Fifth Amendment many times in her deposition?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Do you know she dismissed her case?
No. Oh my God, Mr. Cook.
What? Mr. Cook? Is that supposed to be Mr. Manskin?
I thought this was the last question.
Oh no, I guess it is. Oh my God. What? Holy crap. That's crazy. Oh, did we just hear Mr. Cook? That's really interesting. I'd like to instruct him to please.
What are you talking about? It's interesting. You knew he was present the whole time. I was not on mute. Give me a break.
Mr. Cook, please mute your microphone. And we're trying to get to the end here. Mr. Manskin will probably ask you some questions.
You said no more questions. Now we're going down a whole other line of questioning.
Again, let the record reflect that I've been interrupted since the court reporter instructed.
I was about to log off because you're using discovery for harassment. And then you said it was the last question. Relying on that, I agreed to stay. And now you're 5 minutes later down another line of questioning. I'm asking you again. How long before it's cross-examination time?
See, this is what kills me. Again, he got under Randy about a line in an email about professionalism. And yet this bullshit right here is tolerated.
I've never seen lawyers act like this, and I've never seen a lawyer
No.
do this in a deposition ever.
I've never seen
I've heard them say things like, how much longer? Can we get an estimate? And then they'll get an answer, and then that's it. Like there's no. I've never seen anything like this.
This reminds me of like Preston when she was giving her depo.
Yes.
I mean, really, it's that obstinance. It's the same kind of bullshit there. It's bizarre.
Yep.
All right, so I have no further questions. Mr. Manskin, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
Thank you.
All right, this is a good place to stop, actually. We're going to stop at the right before the cross-examination of the witness. So we are on page 70. Well, no, we're on page 71, line 1. 71, line 1. Okay. All right, because we still have like 20 more pages to go. So, which is not a ton. So we should be able to finish this up. No, I don't think it's only 7 or 8 more pages. I think it's like there's 97 pages total and we're on 71. I don't think we have time to finish it today, but
we don't have a lot left. Yeah, I mean, we're on a good pace. It's all good. We got the question. We got a fit. I mean, that was pretty entertaining, to be honest.
It was, and I can't make it a super long one tonight because Hangry just came in a little while ago and told me he thinks he's getting sick. So I now need to go and I need to check on him, make sure that he's not running a fever and stuff. His sister is taking care of him at the moment, but the kids need me. So we will do this again. If not tomorrow, then before I leave, I promise we'll do it. Okay. We'll finish this before I leave. I leave on Saturday. So maybe we can, what day is today? What day are we at? What
Wednesday.
I have lost a day. Okay. So tomorrow we could finish it on your channel tomorrow because it won't take long. I mean, if you want to. So it's up to you.
We can plan that way and let's see what happens.
What happens? All right. But I promise if for some reason, we don't get to it, maybe I can talk Tug into doing a Friday day stream with me and we'll finish it. And then
I'll be on. Nobody's worried about it. It'll get there when it gets there. I mean, it's been entertaining, and there's so much to this that, again, I think everybody understands.
Yeah. And you guys have been so super generous. I want to get to the super chats too, because there have been amazing super chats coming in. I've seen a couple more come in for like $200 that they flew past. And so there's just unbelievable super chats in here. Tug, do you want to stick around for a bit or you got to go?
I'm going to go check and see what the kids, they are running crazy. It sounds like.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to go see what they're doing.
All right.
But I will, tomorrow we'll pick it up and appreciate y'all today. It's been good. And man, I swear, ban these morons. Like they're like, oh, I'm going to create an account so I can get banned again.
I know.
It just shows you. I mean, that's the ecosystem, man. That's all they got there. They got spam. Woo.
Yeah.
Awesome,
Thanks for spamming the chat. You're just going to get banned.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
I tolerate the trolling because some of it's funny. And as long as they're not, going after people personally in the chat and making the chat miserable, if you're asking real questions or you disagree or whatever, you're welcome to be here. It's just, you may not get responded to. But
well, that's them. Just I told you they were really butthurt. They really got butthurt after the donor issue came up. They're all really butthurt about that because they know.
Well, they could easily fix it. All they have to do is come out and be transparent.
They don't want that. They would rather be nasty to the guy that gave all that money and pretend somehow what he's asking is it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That he's somehow a villain. I mean, it's amazing how quickly he became a villain, though. He went from, again, he gave enough money to buy these people a fucking home. And suddenly now he's a villain. If that doesn't make them question that, nothing will. But then again, I mean, let's be honest, most of the assholes that sit in those chats, they don't give a fuck about justice. All they give a fuck about is being duplicitous pieces of garbage that attack some dude because, hey, they can pile on. I mean, really. let's just be
terrible.
honest about them. Anyway, you read through. We'll laugh at those people tomorrow some more.
Okay.
All right. See ya.
Talk to you. All right, guys, let's get back to the super chats. And those of you on locals right now, meganfox.locals.com, there's a live chat going. I just wanted to let you guys know thanks for being there and thanks for being local subscribers. My local subscribers are so much fun and I really appreciate you guys. I really do. I need to run a sale again soon for more signups, but I haven't in a while because, I haven't been able to give as much of my attention to it as I was before. And now you guys kind of know why. And I hadn't been able to really, talk about it. And so I just haven't had the kind of time that I've had because I've been dealing with sheriffs and county attorneys and the school administration, which was a nightmare. It's pretty much resolved now because I told them I'm taking her out of this place and you won't have to deal with me for a year. Let's take a break from each other because that's, I think, where we need to be right now is not interacting on a regular basis because I feel like choking someone. And yeah, so I appreciate all of you on locals who've stuck it out with me over there, even though I haven't been doing as much content over there as I wanted to. But we definitely need to do something soon. And hopefully IT Goatee Brad is available. Maybe before I leave, we can do another Caleb Hammer stream because those are always fun. All right, back to the super chats. We were at Janice Wingfield, I think. Thanks for the 20 for Hawaii money. And Luanda Lavarnway, thanks for the 5 prayers for your daughter. May she find some peace in Hawaii. God be with her. There is no better place in the entire United States to find peace than Hawaii. I spent my summers there as a child because I have so much family there. And I can tell you that it's very healing. It's a very healing place. It's a magical place. It is one of nature's most incredible places. If you have not been there, you should make it a bucket list to get there, a bucket list goal to get there at least once. When you step off the plane, the minute you get into the airport, because it's open air, most of it is, there's open air gardens and things in the airport. It's so beautiful. The air smells like flowers, and how it manages to smell like flowers when there's jet fuel everywhere, I will never understand, but it's magical. And your skin feels good and your hair looks good. It's just amazing. It's an amazing healing place. And so I'm excited that she's going to have that experience that I had at her age. I was able to spend all my summers. I would spend 3 months in Hawaii every year at Grandma's house. That's where my grandma lived. My Grammy who passed away at 99. And so, I'm happy for her that I could turn this terrible thing into something good for her. And Nowakowski, thanks for the 10. Go get him, Mama Fox. It's been exhausting. I'll tell you what, it's been totally exhausting. Wanda Perez, thanks for the 50. Love you guys. Tug, yours will come. I think you're probably talking about that Lego toilet thing, which I can't wait to have. Lori Nant, thanks for the 10. Love and prayers for your daughter and your family. I appreciate that. Teresa Finn, writer chick, thanks for the 5. I'm a mama bear too, Megan. No one messes with my son. Keeping you and your daughter in my prayers. Tug, I sent you an email with an update. Yeah, well, it's funny. It's like, my kids, I am a disciplinarian though. My kids don't get away with garbage either. And when my kids do something, they know that I'm going to hold them accountable. But the same goes for people who, if they have wronged my kid. But I'm not blind. When teachers have a problem with my child, I don't automatically believe the child. I'm good about believing teachers and supporting them and stuff like that. But in this case, there was just some egregious misbehavior by the administration that I will never forget. BK, thanks for the 5. You go, Mama Fox. I appreciate that. I have my favorites. Thanks for the 10. You have every right to be mad. You rely on the school to be a safe place for your child. to be. They never want to have the cops called or involved. So too bad. Yeah, too bad. Mama bear them. That's right. That's exactly what happened. And also, they have we have a officer at the school, and one of the things that the administration had done was basically mislead other parents into thinking that because they reported it to the school resource officer that it was already known to the sheriff, but that's not true. When the school resource officer is in the school and taking reports from school administrators, he's working on behalf of the school and he's under their direction. He's not working for the sheriff. And he needs the parents to actually report it to the sheriff for if it's a crime, for that to be investigated as a crime. And they were misleading parents to believe that their complaints that went to the school resource officer were getting passed on to the sheriff, and they weren't. And I have all that recorded too. So if it all goes to hell and we don't get justice, believe me, I'll have a blockbuster story on my hands, and I will tell it. Sammy Jane, thanks for the 5. All big hugs. You get a hug, and you get a hug, and you get a hug. You all get hugs. Aw, thank you, Sammy. Dana Johnson, thanks for the 50, just because. That's so sweet. I really appreciate you guys. Susan Way, thanks for the 5. Breadsticks and Lays. Aw, yeah, Lays. I forgot. Oh my God, she's going to get a lay. My aunt she always brings them to the airport, and they're so wonderful, especially that white ginger. Oh, I'll have to tell her to make sure she gets her a white ginger one. She will love it. Marilyn Leos, thanks for the 20 for Mama Bear Megan. Hear her roar. Coyote Bait member for a month. Prayers for your daughter. Surfs up. And my uncle, he's the surfing master. He's going to teach her. It's going to be great. I can't wait. Dalker, thanks for the 10. Love and prayers from a grandparent that went through this 20 years ago with my daughter and breadsticks. Thank you so much. And I'm sorry that you went through that. That's terrible. K McBizrunner, thanks for the $200. Wow. I'm on the catch-up crew. Justice for Fairy. Yeah. Justice for Fairy and all those girls. Really. BK gifted 1 Megan Fox membership. Thank you. Thank you, BK, and welcome to the Fox Den. It's weird and wild in here, but you're going to like it. You're going to like it. Teresa, Minnesota, thanks for the 20. Oh, goody, more Depo of Southern Dolores Umbridge. Lorraine Lamore, thanks for the 2. Saddle up and buckle up. We ride at dawn. Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight. It's been very difficult, but we did get the good news though that there is going to be a prosecution. Now, what we do not know, and there have been 2, he could still get probation. That's the sick thing. Even with the prosecution, he could still get probation. There's 2 options. One is probation, which at least would be supervised. So you're talking like ankle bracelets, stuff like that. But the other option, which is less likely, and I've already been told it's less likely, is detention, because they have very few spaces now for juveniles in New York. They've shut down many of the detention halls, and so now they are limited to just these smaller places, and they don't have any beds available. So instead of locking them up, they just let them out in the community with an ankle bracelet. Yeah, it's not good. General Rickles, thanks for the 200. Here's to a long sentence for the D-bag. Yeah, I don't have a lot of hope, but I am at least grateful to the county attorney that they pushed hard enough to get a trial, a criminal trial. Like it's not getting deferred, what they call deferred. Most of these things usually go to deferred prosecution, so they just get probation immediately. This is actually going to go to a trial. And I was told as of last week, it's going to happen quickly. And, just say prayers, guys, that Fairy feels like she got some justice, because I have a bad feeling that it's going to be less than what we want, because this is New York. Mistrust Loon, thanks for the 5. I live in Jersey near the Pine Barrens. I have a minivan and a quicklime. You bring the shovel and muscle. I have a minivan and quicklime. Okay, we're just joking to the authorities who are listening all the time. Dwayne Rapp gifted 10 Megan Fox memberships. Thanks for that generosity, and welcome to the Fox Den, all of you. We joke about shovels and lime. We do. We do, because sometimes, you know, what else can you do but tell a joke? Alex Hooley, thanks for the $2 super sticker. Appreciate you. John Stuber, thanks for the 10. Since justice in blue states sucks, seems like it might go to vigilante justice like we had in the Old West. John, I'm telling you this right now. This is going to happen. Like, it's not the stories I have heard, the victims who are being abused by the system right now, somebody's father, brother, somebody with nothing to lose, who doesn't care about going to jail, is going to lose it on some of these scumbags. I'm telling you. I don't want to see that happen, because that's scary. You know, you feel like you live in, like, it's Old West chaos, which is why we don't do that anymore. It's why we have a justice system, so that we don't have to take matters into our own hands. But I'm telling you, it will happen. And when it happens, the people in charge will have no one to blame but themselves. And also, the jury is probably going to acquit, just like that man who killed that PDF file in the airport. Remember that video? He got acquitted. Who, you know, attacked and I think murdered his son. I don't remember the exact story, but I know it was bad. Suzanne 70 IB Cali, thanks for the 50. Breadsticks for ass kicks. I appreciate that, Suzanne. Thanks for being such a loyal member here and a mod. I appreciate your help. Barbara, the illustrator, thanks for the Aussie 20. Prayers for justice and hugs to you and the family. Hawaii money for Ferry. Love from Australia. I sure appreciate you, Barbara, all the way from Australia. Kuzan 1960, thanks for the 10. I want to send you something, but need a place to send it to. It's a physical item. Okay, you can send it to Tug's P.O. Box. I don't have the address in front of me. I need to write that down. I still haven't done that. Send Tug an email and ask him for his P.O. Box. His email is granular, GRANULAR, granularheaven@gmail.com. Suzanne, oh, we got that one. BK, thanks for the 10. Justice, prayers, and healing for Ferry and your family and your friend. Thank you very much. Misbehaving, thanks for the 11. Justice for Ferry. Melissa McDonald, thanks for the 2. I know where there's quicksand in West New York. That is very interesting information, Melissa. It's funny that you should say that. I was just thinking that the other day. It's been so muddy here that I was like, geez, I feel like I'm sinking into my driveway. Like, where is there quicksand in New York? I feel like there might be. Wes and Bama, thanks for the 5. Satan tempted me with a deal from Summit Racing last night. I succumbed to the temptation, but here's some breadstick money anyways. I appreciate that, Wes. Death's Angel, thanks for the 5. If it's over 300, I'll bring the dolly and the extra shovel. Jamie Stump, member for a month. Appreciate you. Thank you for being a member. Wendy Seeley, thanks for the $3 super sticker. I appreciate you. And James C. Miles, thanks for the Canadian 2 and the super sticker. Ruth Mobley gifted 5 Megan Fox memberships. Wow. Welcome to the Fox Den, everybody. What a great night for memberships. There have been so many. Lisa, thanks for the 2. Wait, how does he know I'm a guy? Crazy Viking Lady, thanks for the 2. Eat really sour candy. It shocks the system back. Really? Interesting. You mean during a panic attack? Travis Borthwick, thanks for the 5. Here in Texas, if shit happened to my daughter to make her scared to go to school, I would be in prison definitely if the state wouldn't charge the kid. Yes, it's been very difficult for Mr. Fox. Probably one of the most difficult things that he's had to go through. I'm very proud of him, though. When he was younger, he probably would have been in jail by now. So everybody say prayers for Mr. Fox, because he's hanging by a thread. And but he's doing good. He's doing okay. And I was a little worried about that, but so far so good. Green Veggie Bees, thanks for the 10. So what you were saying, New York is the new home of sheeple. If you need one gone, I know people. Oh Lord. Death's Angel, thanks to the 2. We will read and share over and over. Yeah, if it comes to that. Jamie Bartholomew, thanks to the 5. Congrats, Tamara Burns, new great grandson born today. money for your daughter's trip. Thank you so much, Jamie. And congratulations, Tamara, on your new great grandson. That's really exciting. Denise Sells, thanks for the 2. FYI, hyperventilation can be diffused by nose breath. Yes, they taught her how to do that, and it helped, but it took a really long time for her hands to loosen up, and it was just scary. Celine von Furstenberg, member for 2 months, hula and corned beef sushi. She will have a good time. Yes, she will. She will have a great time. Teresa, Minnesota, thanks for the 5. Interestingly, I received an apology from my high school bully this past summer, and I turn 49 soon. Hope this helps with kiddos move. Thank you so much, Teresa. And boy, that's really nice to receive an apology like that from somebody who realized they were a dick as a kid, you know? I don't think there's any hope of this one making any reparations. I believe he has the makings of a serial offender, a very dangerous serial offender. And I wouldn't be surprised if he moves on to murder. And it's like the system knows it. They see it. Cops all know it. They see it. And no one can do anything about it. That you don't, as a minor in New York, you cannot go to prison or be tried as an adult unless you kill somebody. So they're waiting around for him to kill someone. And once he kills someone, then they will do something about it. Maybe. But the worst part is everything he's done is under seal and will be under seal. If he does more crime, even murder as a minor, it will still be under seal and they will protect his name from the media. I know his name. And, if it comes to it, I'll tell you. Chef S. Grandma, thanks for the 5. Megan, I'm sending prayers to you and your family. Thank you. I appreciate that. Aaron Patterson, thanks for the 5. Crazy, but chewing cinnamon gum helps me with my panic attacks, forces me to swallow, and I pay more attention to the chewing. Hugs. Oh, that's interesting. I'll share that with her, Aaron. Thank you. Babs Macier, thanks for the 5. Born and raised in Waukegan, Illinois strong. Babs, nice to hear from you. Carol Welch, thanks for the 5. Megan, I got you one. I'm mailing it to Doug's P.O. Box in the morning. Awesome. Mud Dog, thanks for the 2. Did a hater get arrested too? That's the Facebook rumor. I really don't know about what the arrest or anything. Jeremy says that he didn't report someone got arrested, so I don't know. I don't know where it came from. Aloha Susie Q, thanks for the 10. Hawaii is a wonderful place to live. I love it. So glad you have family here to help out. K-pop money. Yes, aloha Susie. You know how beautiful it is there. And also, I have another auntie there. She's actually not related to me, but I call her Auntie Sue because she's my aunt's best friend and she's been around forever. As long as I've been alive, I've known her. And she is a professional watercolor artist. She's so good. She taught me how to paint, and she's the most wonderful woman. And Fairy loves to paint. She loves art, and I know that she's going to get lots of time with Auntie Sue, painting beautiful scenery. It's such a vibe over there. I'm telling you, it is such a vibe, and my family is so great, and they have just so many wonderful resources and friends. And my uncle is an amazing Hawaiian musician, and they have parties all the time with all his musician friends playing, Hawaiian slack guitar and ukulele. He plays the guitar, the ukulele, drums, like he plays everything. And they have amazing parties. It's so fun. She's going to have so much fun. Mama Lori, thanks for the Canadian 5. When you get your Deuce-mobile built, it must become a part of Turd Purgatory, but have him riding away. That WTF expression. Yes, I will definitely add it. James C. Miles, thanks for the Canadian 2. Prayers up and tobacco down for your child. Thank you so much. Your mom, 5977, thanks for the 50. Huge. Thank you for the 50. I really appreciate that. It's a Hot Wheels Mega Small Racers Deuces Wild 35 brick set for sale online at Wally World for $14.99 plus shipping. I was on during that Whatnot auction and it was wild and very effed up. Hawaii money. Thank you. I appreciate that. Crazy About a Mercury, thanks for the 5. No, Jeremy said on his video today that the sheriff's office had called him and said another hater got arrested. Okay, well, I'll have to verify all of this with him later. I don't know. I didn't see the video. Tramari Crandall, thanks for the 2 prayers for Fairy and the Fox family. I appreciate that. Alex Marie became a YouTube member. Welcome to the Fox Den. I appreciate you. Kim Boyko, thanks for the 5. Can't find the blue flush. Help. Kimberly Henline, thanks for the 10. Prayers for your daughter and entire family. She's blessed to have a mom to fight for her. May justice be served. From your mouth to God's ears. Wendy Hoffman, thanks for the 2. Megan should be saying, kiss my grits. That show was so funny. Alice, that's the name of it. SF, thanks for the 5. I honestly forget that Megan is reading the AM part, or Amanda Martin part. And my mom used to say, kiss my grits all the time. She probably still does. I may or may not use it. It's funny. Green Veggie Beast, thanks for the 5. Inside the lockbox, 2 dead mice, 3 bills for Madam Services, 4 bills for damage to water filter, and a 2-inch pipe. Nadine Bandura, thanks to the Canadian 2. I think she was fired. I think so too. Janice Wingfield, thanks for the 10. So would that mean that the victim's advocate is in Gainesville or in Gainesville or in Gainesville? That is the question. And Carol Valentine again. Thank you for that 400. Unbelievable. Bless you and your family, Megan. The New York State justice system is why I now live in Texas. I am from upstate New York. What hell it is, isn't it, Carol? Kim Dodds, member for 3 months. It's a bittersweet day. I received my legal vices red hoodie today. For justice and healing for Fairy, 100% no anxiety. Thank you for the laughs. Well, you're welcome, and I'm sorry that you struggle with anxiety. It's a really terrible thing. I have anxiety, like I think a normal amount, maybe slightly higher than most. But I don't have like an anxiety disorder, which is I think what she is struggling with, which is really tough. It's really hard, especially because this is something she was literally born with. And she's been having this problem since she was very little. And I only figured it out around like 5th grade. I wish I had figured it out sooner. But I'd never seen anything like it. So I didn't know. But it's a struggle. It's a struggle. David Meadows, member for 4 months, marked safe from Tug hitting the end stream button on the way out. Love to him, Lug and Bug. Love to you and your clan, Megan. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Love to you too. Just J Hip, thanks for the 5. Got in here late and missed it, but I'll watch from the start. I like this Depo. Yeah, and Just J Hip had a new video today, a new live stream. I haven't been able to listen to it yet because I was getting ready for mine, but I'm going to go back and I'll be there on the replay. Wizzy Wheels, thanks for the 10. Some spending money for your daughter. Sorry, it isn't a lot. Oh, it's plenty. Do you know how much she loves? She loves $10, 10 pounds. It's enough, believe me. All she likes to buy is those silly little K-pop cards anyway. She could probably get an entire pack for that much. Slug Entertainment, thanks for the 2. Note to self, never trust the schools with my kid. That is correct, Slug. It is a very scary thing. I used to homeschool the kids. And we loved that. But we were in Illinois where there was a giant homeschool community. And when we came to New York, I continued homeschooling, but the homeschool community here was much smaller and very far away. And the kids couldn't make friends like that. And they were very sad because they went from having a very social life with lots of children to nobody that they could hang out with because they lived hours away. And so I put them in the Catholic school, which was wonderful. And they made lots of friends there and they loved it. And by the time they were done there and graduated to go to high school, the only private school is very, Catholic school is very expensive. I couldn't afford it. They didn't want to go back to homeschooling because the community here is so small and scattered. They wanted to go to the only other choice they had, which was public school. And so I reluctantly agreed to it. And even with what has happened, Fairy still doesn't want to come home and do homeschool because she is a social kid. You know, she loves her friends. She likes to be around people. And if you don't have that with homeschool, with the big communities like we did in Chicago, because we had huge communities in Chicago, there was never a missed opportunity for friends and socializing and everything. There was just huge communities. And without that, it's just very lonely, and it's just not the kind of education she wanted. And I respect that because she's a very bright kid. She's in all advanced classes. She has her eyes and her heart set on Ivy League, and she'll do it. She's been accepted to a very big leadership program, and she's going places. So I respect her choice on that. Lisa Ann, thanks for the Canadian $13.99. You stand up against injustices every day. The families in your community here will stand next to you for justice for Fairy and all the other brave girls. Prayers for peace and for Fairy. I appreciate that. Yes, pray for peace. We need that. Dwayne Rapp, thanks for the 20. Thank you and Tug for making me laugh. And here's my government money. Everybody needs to, I think there's a word missing here. Something their kids, probably protect their kids. I would guess. Caroline B, thanks for the $50 super sticker. So sweet of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Pickled Tink, thanks for the 5. Megan, my sons are 28 and 34, and I dare anyone to mess with them. I know it's a thing. Starchasm FF, thanks for the 20 from Megan Fauxpox. You're her idol. It's good to see you, Starchasm. Melissa McDonald, thanks for the 2. Quicksand and a couple of bricks. Stacy Engert, thanks for the $10 super sticker. I appreciate you. SF, thanks for the 10. When I was 5, so shit happened to my friend from the school. From that point on, we were homeschooled until high school. That's the way you can protect your kids if you can swing it. I tried. I have my favorites member for 3 months. When my son was in school, he was punched in the face on the bus. School tried to suspend him. I called cops, pressed charges, pressed charges, dropped to keep distance. Oh boy. Debbie Childers, thanks for the 10. Your daughter needs to find a very big linebacker to mess this guy up bad. Make sure he is still a minor. What goes around comes around. Love you, girls. Stay strong. You have a lot of support here. Actually, I may have stopped a plan that I heard some of the young men making because I don't want them to ruin their futures also. And I did hear of some of that, older brothers and whatnot, organizing. And I put a stop to it because I believe in the justice system. Let's put it that way. I do. And I don't believe in vigilante justice. I don't believe in prison justice. I believe that our justice system should be able to handle and deliver justice. That is what they are supposed to do. And I keep on holding out hope that that will happen. And I know how bad the system is. It will absolutely go after innocent kids trying to do the right thing, to protect their friend. The system will come down like a hammer on them, but the perpetrator will get off. And that's what I did not want to see happen. So I made sure that didn't happen. Dan Davis, thanks for the 2. Kiss My Grits was from the show. Alice, yes, it was. You guys, this has been an amazing night. I just want to thank you for allowing me to feel like I could tell you this. I have felt a very big weight on my chest because I haven't been able to, I didn't think I could talk about it. And it just felt like, I don't know. I just feel like it was time to say it. And I just appreciate how everyone has really embraced it and is helping me with this. I appreciate that. I really do. And she's going to be okay. Luckily, it was not, as bad as it could have been. And though a crime, it's one that she will recover from. And, I'm hoping for justice and praying for justice. And I just want to thank all of you for being there for me, because this has been a really difficult time. It really has. It's been very difficult. And it's weird to not talk about these things with you guys because I'm on the air with you every night. It's been really weird just having this all bottled up since December. And, it's just time. I think yesterday really made me snap a little bit because it's God, now this is ending us up in the hospital, how much more of this can we take? So, I appreciate you guys. Dan Davis. Oh, I got that one. Dan Davis said, kids need to watch the movie Carrie. I've never seen that one. I know it's a classic. I guess I should watch it, huh? SF, thanks for the 2. We got you, girl. Thank you so much. I don't know. Is Shizzy, is he on tonight? Let me see if I can redirect you over there. I don't know if he's on tonight. Let me see. Redirect. He never comes up. unless I type it in, which is weird. Huh. It doesn't look like there's anything. It's not coming up. Oh, wait. There it is. He's live. That is so strange. I have to type in the entire channel name or it doesn't come up. All right. All right. I just redirected you guys over there. And wait, I just missed something. Hold on. I don't want to miss that. Who's your daddy's 1775? Thanks for the 5. I struggle with self-harm ideation, depression, and PTSD. We need to take mental health seriously. It can happen to anyone. I'm so sorry to hear that. And I'm glad that you're dealing with it. I'm glad that you're getting help and continue to do that. And yes, I am absolutely on top of it. We are dealing with it, you know, the only way that we can. We're taking all the advice and working through it, you know. But these are things that a lot of people are dealing with and a lot of children are dealing with. COVID really made things worse for kids who have anxiety and depression, and it's been a struggle. Some of you know during that time I was really angry during the pandemic because I saw how badly it affected my children, and it affected them in ways that will be with them forever. And I will never forgive my government for doing that. I will never forgive the government for harming my children the way they did. And yeah. So on that note, get over there by Shizzy Wiznut and have some laughs. I hope you do. And I appreciate you guys. Thanks for letting me vent. And I'll see you later. Good night, everybody.